Hello, everybody. Drew here for Drew Games. Sorry, and Drew Entertainment. Back with Breaking Rocks episode 32 here on Drew Entertainment. Joining me today to discuss a bunch of things, my younger brother, Desert Nord. Hail Desert Nord. And also joining us, our favorite American soldier, Joshy064. Hey, Joshy. Fuck. Gotta turn the shit up. There we go. So, today we'll be going over, obviously, you see by the title and thumbnail, Blizzard getting banned in China, and what's up with that. Games with Gold for July have been announced. PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection has been announced for PlayStation for July as well. Jordan Petterson banned from Twitter. EA saying something very stupid, like EA typically does on Twitter. Megan Rapinoe to receive Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Joe Biden. And we're going to end things with what were our predictions going into The Last Jedi? And to basically highlight how wrong everybody was. But
yeah, everybody was wrong on that.
Yeah. But on that note, I'm going to start with this opening here. In a time where you have media, Disney, Lucasfilm, and other entertainment entities attacking YouTubers and fans of said product for constructive criticism, and the mainstream media wonders why no one fucking listens to them as much as they want anymore. I wonder.
Yeah, they've lost all credibility.
And also, it's in a time where we get a movie like Top Gun Maverick. Need I say more, folks? And with the success of that, the media whines, cries, and complains, why is it doing so well? Because it respects the previous movie in the franchise, and it doesn't shove bullshit into the moviegoers' faces. But on that note, speaking of bullshit into people's faces, well, I don't know if that's a good segue for Blizzard getting banned in China. Nord?
Yeah, it's been a long story with the whole Blizzard in China situation.
Yeah.
They've long been at odds with the Chinese government because the gamer
to one degree or another,
the gamer community that's been playing the games on Blizzard there's been a segment of them that are Hong Kongers, and of course the Chinese government has been cracking down on them for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And for them to finally ban Blizzard altogether is kind of like the end of an era. So,
kind of wonder what Blizzard had to do, considering how much they were sucking the Chinese cock. But also on that note, Blizzard is also defending the pay-to-win mechanics in Diablo Immortal with those stupid messages to fans. Josh?
Yeah. What's up?
Blizzard defending the pay-to-win mechanics in Diablo Immortal?
Those exclusives, though, they're basically like what what is the Diablo mobile app. It's just garbage, man. It's like I lost all respect for Blizzard and Activision right now. He did announce Diablo, or I just think I lost it.
Nord?
All their microtransactions and that shit.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's really hard to still take it seriously.
Yep. On that note, my question then wanders to Activision Blizzard is trying to be bought out or in the process of it by Microsoft. If I'm not Microsoft, with Microsoft trying to appeal to other countries other than just the United States, like Japan and so on and so forth, what's to stop Microsoft from trying to do an Elon Musk with Twitter situation of, hold on, I'm not sure if what we're paying for it is actually worth it. Can we get a better deal on this now? After this.
Yeah, I do think that if they do indeed truly buy out and own the brand, they're going to rebrand it.
Well, they're going to have to. With all of the bad PR that Activision and Blizzard have done.
Yeah, it's completely spoiled. Literally nobody thinks of Blizzard as a positive brand name anymore.
Or Activision, for that matter.
Well, yeah. Activision secondarily, yes.
Same thing kind of goes with EA to a certain degree, depending on what situation you're talking about. Which we'll get more into that a little later on, as I highlighted earlier. But, yeah. Blizzard is in a bad situation here. And they only brought it on themselves.
Yeah, in every way they could have possibly done so.
But speaking of games, to quote Ryan Kinnell of our KO Post, Xbox One Games with Gold games for July 2022 have been announced. And some of them are already live because it's January 3rd at the time of this being going live on YouTube.
You mean July 3rd?
July, whatever.
Yeah, you said January.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're all still tired.
Yeah, we're all.
I just woke up right before going live, so shut up. For Xbox One from July 1st to the 31st, we got Beasts. Also for Xbox One from July 16th to August 15th, we got Realetica. For the Xbox 360, we got Thrillville Off the Rails from the 1st to the 15th. And also for the 360, Torchlight from July 16th to the 31st. Anyone have any thoughts on the Games with Gold offerings for July and not January?
Yeah, it's middle of the road, definitely.
On the other side of the free game coin, PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection consists of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, the Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Median, and Arcadegeddon.
Yeah, and those ones are a better average, for sure, above average by comparison.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is a recent release in considering when it came out, which was, I think, last year.
Yep.
And Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Median, I don't know when that came out off the top of my head. But that style of game is in the vein of Until Dawn or The Quarry. So I'm going to be doing 2 free play Fridays for PlayStation games. I don't know about Xbox, though, for July, which means the Free Play Fridays might just be on here on YouTube on Drew That Games YouTube channel. So, but as it is, PlayStation obviously gets the nod for July, far and away at this point. Anyone disagree?
Yeah. No, I agree completely.
Josh? Okay, Josh is neutral.
Yeah.
No, you said 100% agree.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, between the two, PlayStation Plus. But I got to look into what Torchlight is and Beast and Roletica to actually say one way or the other.
Yeah, you gotta give everything a fair shake.
Yeah, well, I want to see what these things look like, what they play like, and what they actually are, though. What's so funny, Joshy?
What? As regards to
A fair shake?
yeah.
Well, that's an old saying.
Yes, it is a very old saying. But also I don't have a good segue for the next topic here. So I'm just going to dive in. Jordan Petterson has been banned from Twitter. Nord, you're our Jordan Petterson expert on the panel. Take it away.
Yeah, he weighed in on a news bit he had heard about Elliot Page, formerly Ellen Page, getting a breast removal surgery. And he was saying that he felt as though the doctors involved were criminals for doing this because it's mutilation and not actually a professional thing to be doing. But there's a speculation as to why he was banned. And there are, guys like Tim Pool and others who are basically friends with a group of people think that it's more about him calling the doctor criminal, which is an accusation that supposedly Google prohibits. But other people were like, yeah, but Twitter also forbids you from dead naming anybody. So he did that too. But obviously, all rational people over here are like, no one should be banned for any of what was said. It's the truth. So, but that's what happened.
And on the upside, Jordan Petterson is now also following in Gina Carano's footsteps and going to be working with the Daily Wire.
Yep, he joined Daily Wire Plus. Big announcement, huge announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the most viewed announcement on their entire website video list, by far.
Keep this up, and the Daily Wire will be bigger than Netflix.
Yeah, with them adding comedy shows, they're adding comedy shows, movies, product brands. Great thinkers like Jordan. I mean, it's becoming a very attractive media site to subscribe to.
Would love to see an app on consoles and on mobile devices for.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them get bigger and bigger and bigger.
As I was saying before my controller turned off, I would love to see an app for the Daily Wire on consoles, mobile devices, iPads, and that type of thing. So people can just pay the subscription, hit the app on your device, and watch Gina's movie, watch Ben Shapiro's daily news podcast, whatever he does. And the same thing goes for Andrew Clavin and everyone else at Daily Wire.
They do have a Daily Wire app already, but I don't know whether it's compatible across all different devices or not.
I would still like to see it because I would totally download it for every console I have.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, put it on my phone, too. But on that note, speaking of Twitter, EA posted a very stupid tweet recently. And I quote, "They're a 10, but they only like playing single-player games."
Yeah, this nuclear take.
And in response, one of the developers from Respawn Entertainment, famously known for making Titanfall and Jedi Fallen Order, who is currently working on a single-player game for fucking EA called Jedi Survivor, responded with a facepalm emoji. The company you work for clearly does not like single-player games, yet you're making one for them. Have fun with that, Respawn. Just saying. Nord?
Yeah, I agree with that assessment.
Josh?
Is he still there?
I can't hear him. We can barely hear you. I was just talking about the stupid tweet from EA, which you laughed at, and then you disappeared when I was throwing it to you about your comment about Jedi Survivor being published by EA, even though they hate single-player games, clearly still.
I'm kind of looking forward to playing it, though, which is I have to finish the first game.
What your thoughts on EA's out-of-touchness with the gaming community? And I'm only going to speak for myself here, guys, but when you're a game publisher and you give your customers, fans, whatever, games from a single-player studio like BioWare, a game like Anthem, and then you shit on single-player games, guess what? You look like the biggest assholes in the fucking industry. When you give us games like Anthem and Battlefield 2042, shut the fuck up, EA. Especially when it comes to talking about single-player games. When you can't even give a halfway decent or more or less functional multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And don't get us started on fucking Madden at this point.
Yeah, that's a very broken series at this point.
Yeah. But speaking of broken broken systems, let's say, Megan Rapinoe to receive Presidential Medal of Freedom from Joe Biden. Should be renamed then the Presidential Medal of Socialism in this case. Because if anyone deserves a Presidential Medal of Freedom, the last person is Megan Rapinoe. And I mean even behind me and Nord at this point. And we haven't done shit for freedom.
Yeah.
other than giving our opinion out on the internet for free. No, actually, I take it back. We've done more for freedom than Megan Rapinoe, at least.
But the problem I have is that someone as massively egotistical as her getting honored like she's some kind of hero for literally being one of 100 other female soccer stars only because she's a woke leftist.
And she's also defending the castration and assassination of women's sports. If you know what I mean by that, too.
That's what I meant by woke leftist.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the sole reason. You didn't see this award being given to the dozen other female soccer players that came before her that were better or equal. You don't see that. They didn't get this award. So it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'll decide to say that it's political.
Yeah. Joshy, anything you want to add? Why are you always 100 miles away from your microphone?
Right here. He's probably falling asleep.
And I'm gonna fall asleep right here, the rubber ring.
Anything you want to add about Megan Rapinoe and Presidential Medal of Freedom thing?
Yeah, they go screw themselves.
Okay. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up here with going over what our predictions were going into The Last Jedi at the time. Because everybody on the fucking world was wrong. What's that?
I thought you were going to ask me about like what our last few streams have had in terms of closed caption.
Yeah, we could do that after this.
Oh, okay.
Because usually when I get done with what I've written down, I throw it to you guys if you guys got anything. And I know you, and I know you got all of that, so we weren't going to miss it, based on how I've done things lately. But on that note, yeah, we will get into what Google and YouTube, with their closed caption, likes to pretend that we said in past streams and videos. But going into The Last Jedi, everyone and their grandmother on the internet had predictions of where the storyline was going to go, backstory for all these characters, right? For example, going into The Last Jedi, I figured that they were going to go one of two ways with Rey's lineage. She's either a Kenobi or she's a Skywalker. Ha ha ha. And when I say Skywalker, I mean Luke's daughter, Skywalker. Yeah. Nord? What was your predictions about Rey? We'll start there.
Well, I didn't think that they would marginalize the other characters so much. I didn't expect them to literally put her completely front and center and shove literally everyone to the back. I never saw the complete and total emasculation of Luke coming, even though I should have.
Yeah. What about the lineage of Rey? Where did you think they were going to go?
Well, I never thought they would get that stupid and sacrilegious about it, because, I mean, frankly, to have Rey be the granddaughter of Sidious, basically, is like, I mean, you know, it's just like, what the fuck would you have this person be a hero for? This is your hero of the story? It's like Palpatine wins.
Joshi, what were your thoughts going into The Last Jedi?
Something was good, but then when I was watching it, it was just boring as hell. It was just garbage.
Did you think Rey was going to be a Kenobi, Luke's daughter, Han and Leia's daughter?
Honestly, I know that she had powers to levitate rocks, like how basically they're.
Yeah, there's just so much wrong, man.
It's just that Disney loves the fact that they love like levitate rocks and throw rocks at people.
Well, not well.
Kenobi, yeah.
Well, in the case of the Kenobi series, not really. Because if they did, then they would have used that one thing that one person created on the internet with Kenobi throwing seemingly an entire planet at Darth Vader in boulders. But back to our thoughts going into The Last Jedi. I wasn't convinced, but I was thinking that there was like an offhand chance that Finn might be a Jedi, and if that's the case, maybe related to Mace Windu going in.
No, but they made him
Yeah.
He fucking says Rey like 20 million times during like one episode.
Nord?
Rey.
Yeah, they did exactly what you would expect like liberals to do with a black character. Introduce him for token's sake, and then literally deprive him of a hero arc that would have actually saved The Last Jedi from being a complete and total disaster if Finn actually had a legitimate character arc of heroism. We would have come away saying, fuck, that was great. Finn is the best character in this whole story. But they deprived him of it. They took it from him.
Yeah. And Poe Dameron.
We would have come away saying that Finn was a better hero in the sequel trilogy than Luke. You know?
And with Poe Dameron, there was something about his mother being friends with Luke Skywalker, Luke giving her like a Force-sensitive plant. That's how he was such a great pilot. And then maybe he was Force-sensitive too.
They literally were just rehashing tropes that they didn't know how to write new material in regards to what Poe Dameron was.
Yeah, well,
Poe Dameron was like the separated heroic archetype of Luke Skywalker, the fighter pilot Luke Skywalker, because they didn't want to exclude the concept. It was too sexy of a concept.
yeah.
So they couldn't exclude it entirely.
Yeah, it was so sexy from The Force Awakens that they turned him into shut up, man. The women are talking.
No, you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
They needed to have the Maverick pilot guy because they had already, done Han in, and they were trying to basically say, well, since we got rid of Han is dead, Han no longer matters. We need a new Han, and we're going to make him basically Han plus pilot Luke together in one character.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the treatment of the character in the Last Jedi was fucking awful.
They completely took the Poe Dameron character, which was very compelling coming out of Force Awakens,
Mm-hmm.
and you're thinking, wow, this guy might actually be a legitimate side hero, just like Han was. But then they deprived him of that also. They deprived Poe of getting any fucking heroism.
It would have been better if they wanted to swap roles. Poe was Han. Leia was
Roll turned off again.
Fuck. As I was saying, Poe was Han. Rey Luke, and then Finn, the black male Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Effectively,
That's a minority character.
That's the only spot left, unless you wanted to make him Chewbacca, which Chewbacca was there the entire time.
Yeah, well, that they played around with making the Chewbacca thing into a sacrilege, and then they completely fucked over Akbar.
Mm-hmm.
They had Akbar basically be like just a complete fucking joke. He dies off screen, and nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can hear snoring now.
Yep.
Oh, well.
But, yeah, there was a lot of theories, a lot of shit. 100% of it was completely wrong because, as it was said many times, they subverted the expectations. Yes, they fucking did.
Yeah.
Especially with
For all
the
that
Superman Leia.
But on that note,
Yeah.
Nord, let's
Yeah,
make...
fucking puppets, yeah.
Yeah, but on that note, speaking of making fun of things and people, time to make fun of ourselves and YouTube.
Yeah.
So, Nord, let's get into all of your notes on the shit
Yeah.
that Google thinks that we said with their closed captions.
Yeah, so in the last two streams we did, we talked about a whole bunch of different games, right? We
Yes.
talked about new releases, upcoming games, DLCs and things. Joshy, I'll start with some of the funny stuff that went on with his. He mentioned Forza 5.
Yeah.
And he called it land and garbage.
Yes.
That's a quote.
Mm-hmm.
But the CC closed caption called it black and garbage. So I don't know why it did that.
How could you, Joshy?
He also said that it's just an effing racing game.
Yeah.
But the closed caption said it was a racing, a racist game. Yes. At another point in the stream, he mentioned that there was Hot Wheels DLC for it. But when it went to try and translate what he had stated, it translated Hot Wheels DLC into Hogwarts DLC. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that.
I can make a joke. Maybe Google just leaked future DLC for for Horizon, Forza Horizon 5. There's no Hogwarts, Harry Potter DLC coming though. Apparently.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, Forza Horizon 5, Harry Potter edition. The fuck.
Yeah.
But then there was a moment where you guys were talking about Minecraft and the updated edition that they released.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point where Joshy said, "Let Minecraft be Minecraft and stop changing it." But what the caption said was, "Let Minecraft in my crap." I was like, wow, so it censors all the other swear words, but it literally edited your word to say crap. Don't get that one.
So the YouTube algorithm is not a fan of Minecraft then. Got it.
Yeah, I guess not. And I had some other moments with you, Drew, where you were talking about Forza Horizon 5 also, and you had the statement, considering how woke Forza Horizon 5 was. That was your statement.
Mm-hmm.
But what it translated into was considering how woke force Horizon 5 was.
That's not too far from the truth. It
It used the term woke force, like Air Force.
well, woke is a force and a cancer, but I
Yeah.
digress.
Then later in the stream, when you mentioned the Plague's Tale, the video game of Plague's Tale,
Mhm.
um, it changed that to say Plug Tale. I guess this was in honor of Pride Month. But anyway,
So I have a game called Plug Tail.
yeah, exactly. So like a plug tail would be like a game about the life of a butt plug,
Hmm.
I guess. Um, then you guys mentioned, Drew mentioned Lightyear Frontier, um, but at multiple points in this stream, when the game's title was mentioned, it kept changing the title into Light Your Frontier, and I was like, light your front here, like set your crotch on fire. Is that what it's suggesting?
I could make a
But
joke about chopping your parts off, but I'm not going to here.
to be fair, that's a pretty close one. It's not too absurd, but it's still
Yeah.
funny. Then you had Starfield, which was said many times in the streams, the two streams. And on several occasions in the streams, it didn't hear Starfield correctly. It wrote Starfield.
We're gonna go feel the stars in Starfield.
Yeah, it doesn't actually sound like a bad game title, actually, but it's not what you meant to say.
It's not what I said.
Yeah, it's not what you said. Later on in the second string, the most recent one, where you mentioned Callisto Protocol,
Mm-hmm.
new upcoming game, it decided to change that title into Close Up Protocol. It did that more than once.
Are you guys ready to get close up?
Then there was sort of a coup de grace moment, if I may say so, where Cowman decided to join in the stream by joining the chat, and you acknowledged him joining by saying "moo bitch," but it translated that to saying Cowman just joined, and then it said "little bitch." I don't know why it did that.
So Google is claiming that I called Cowman a little bitch.
Yeah, it called Cowman a little bitch. Basically, I don't know what happened. What happened there? Then later on, at the very end of the second stream, we did the most recent one. Our closing shout-outs that you did for all of our accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, Joshy's was screwed up. It didn't know what the hell you were saying. It completely screwed it up. It totally screwed up mine.
Okay.
There was even one. It called me Lord instead of Nord.
Desert Lord.
Yeah. Instead of when you would say Nord, most of the time it picked up you saying Nord correctly, but several times it picked up Lord instead of Nord, and so it literally had you saying, "Any thoughts, Lord?" So
Jesus, save us.
Someone who was deaf would be like, "Wait, so Jesus just entered the chat? I mean, what's going on here?" But yeah, the closing was completely screwed up. Basically, a deaf person would have no idea where to find us online because it was completely wrong.
Oh, what did it think I was calling Joshi then?
No, all it said was it said Joshi with like spelling is wrong. Joshi was spelled wrong. It seems to want to put Joshi Joshie instead of with a Y. And then 6'4", it completely didn't understand what that meant.
I guess Google's claiming that Joshy's missing a Y chromosome.
Yeah, it's no idea what happened there. But yeah, it didn't even get your channel right. Drew Dad Entertainment was completely all jumbled. It didn't even say Drew Dad or Entertainment. And
Okay, what's the name of the
Desert-
channel now then?
Yeah, it was a complete garbled mess. It wasn't even English.
Okay,
But,
that's helpful.
but yeah, mine, it only got the desert part right. Everything else was all wrong.
So, Drew Dad Entertainment is a foreign language according to Google.
Well, it was just a complete. It tends to miss some things completely, and then it tends to like alter things that it thinks it was, and then there are things that it gets perfect. A lot of the commentary, which I didn't get a lot of words edgewise, I didn't get a lot of commentary in, but what I did get in, it was pretty accurate on. I didn't really find anything in what I was saying that wasn't picked up very well, because almost all of it was. But Joshy's was terrible. Joshy's was all over the place. it replaced like half of everything he was saying with something completely different. But yeah, that was annoying. That was just 2 episodes I watched and reviewed and checked the closed captioning on. I'm sure there were many, many, many more funnies to find in the other episodes.
And in pretty much any video of mine.
Yeah, pretty much all of them, I'm sure, yeah.
I kind of wonder if the closed caption is going to pick up the snoring and what it might come up with for that.
Yeah, it'll come up as music, I'm sure.
It might get a copyright strike for it too.
Joshy's snoring is whimsical, anyway.
Uh-huh.
But was there anything else?
No, that was kind of all I found in those 2 streams.
Pretty
But
good.
that was quite a bit for just literally 2 hours worth of stream and all that screwiness.
Well, I think we should keep doing that at the end of every stream. Just make fun of the last stream, and if you find anything else that's worth mentioning from any other video at that point.
And on occasion, maybe every so often, maybe not every episode, but every so often we'll do a little check-in on what the CC has done to us.
Yeah.
It put words in Josh's mouth, claiming that he said that Forza Horizon 5 was racist. It's a racist game.
Which we know it's not. We know that it's an ableist and a sexist game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have fun with that, CC.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll pick up CC, considering how many times we've said CC about the CC in this stream, talking about the CC.
Uh-huh.
Have fun with that one, CC. But on that note, let's fuck it up even more with our usual outro here at this point. Because unless Joshy has something other than snoring.
I was going to say happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the 3rd, indeed. So happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, United States of America.
Yep.
And fuck you, Joe Biden.
Yeah, 246.
That's a long time. But on that note, where can the people find you, Joshy?
Here, YouTube. busy working my keys wrong.
Nord, where can the people find you?
Yeah, well, Twitter is the first one, I suppose. It's at Desert North 26.
And also on YouTube as well.
Sure, yep, also on YouTube. At Desert North. Yep.
As for me, you can find me on Drew Dat Games here on YouTube, as well as Drew Dat Games with 2 underscores in between. Well, one in between Drew and Dat, and the other in between Dat and Games, all lowercase. And you can find me on Drew Dat Entertainment here on YouTube. You know, the channel you're watching right now. And you can find me on Twitter as at DatDrew, and on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, and on Nintendo Switch Online as Drew Dat Games as well. And that's everywhere you guys can find me. On that note, to those of you who will watch this, because nobody was here live, thank you for doing so. Hit the like button on your way out. It would be much appreciated. It would let us know that any of this means anything at this point.
Well, it always has meaning, like I said.
Well, from my point of view, it has a little more meaning to know that, hey, people actually care enough to say, hey, thanks for posting this to the platform and sharing your opinion. And that's all that really matters, is just the thanks or acknowledgement that we're even here. But on that note, we will see you guys next week for this, hopefully. But beyond that, I'll be live on Twitch and on Drew Dat Games on YouTube sporadically throughout. So just pay attention. And I do tweet out all of my streams like I did with this when I posted this a couple days ago. But until then, remember, welcome to the rebellion. Fuck Naughty Dog. Fuck Disney. Fuck Joe Biden. And
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Of course.
we will see you guys later. Josh, you get some sleep.
Yeah, later, everybody.